Welcome to Brave Healer Productions. It's time to experience what's possible. So, what if there was something you haven't learned yet that could change everything? Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions, where we are helping the world experience what's possible. And here today to help me with that mission are a couple of the amazing poet authors of one of our newest books coming out. This is 100 Poems and Possibilities for Healing. Let me just share a little sneak peek of this beautiful book cover with you guys. Oh my gosh, I've got Timothy Stutz with me. I've got Norman Gordon. We're going to gift you with a little bit of poetry today. We're going to ask them some questions about poems and poetry. Quick shout out. I had a couple of awesome people helping me with this book. Our cover designer, Davide DeAngelis, thank you for this beautiful sunrise. And Kelly Kashula, thank you so much for the beautiful interior design on this book. You guys, we've got a real treat for you today. Norman Gordon is a best-selling author, poet, expressive writer, and life coach. And I have Timothy Stutz with us. He is the magical, mystical fairy tale wizard poet, a visionary educator and master of ancient arts, authoring 290 plus empowering children's stories that spark brilliance, creativity, joy, and well-being. Welcome, you guys. How's it going?
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Let's yeah, there we go.
Absolutely amazing.
Well, you guys know I'm super excited about this project. You guys are our first in this interview series. And so like even I'm a little bit nervous. I want people to know just how brilliant this amazing book is. You all put your hearts and souls onto these pages. And I want everyone to get to know you both a little bit. Norman, do you remember when you first started calling yourself a poet? Tell us a little bit of that story.
Laura, thank you so much for that question. Poetry is so amazing. I started calling myself a poet sometime around what's in the 80s, right? Because I fell in love with beats, I fell in love with rhymes. And as a grade two student, I just loved what I was exposed to. And, I remember being in class. Now, that time, dub poetry was popular. So my friends and I used to knock on the desk at school, right, to rhymes. And that time I called myself a dub poet. And here I know, yes, and here I know in the world. So it's wonderful.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, you're taking us back to your school days. And did you say it was popular?
Yes, dub poetry, because there was something
Yeah.
called dub poetry, the beat and stuff like.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool to hear that. Yes, tied into music, right?
Right, it's tied into
Yeah,
music. Yes.
I love
So,
it.
indeed.
Yes. I know you're just giving me the picture. I love that. And I love to hear people's stories. You guys in the book, you're going to read the poet's story about poetry a little bit, and then they're going to get into their poetry for you. And then we've got a writing prompt for you all, the reader, to give your hand a little try at writing, right there in the book. If you want, you can write right on that page. So I'm excited to share all these little sparks of joy about poetry. Timothy, tell us your story about that. Like when do you remember first calling yourself a poet?
Well, where Norman fell in love with beats, I fell in love with a woman. And I had never expressed myself in poetry before, ever. And that was in the late 70s, early 80s too. And yeah, it just started flowing out of me. I don't think I called myself a poet, but man, what was coming out was so incredible. And then in the early 80s, when I got on a spiritual path and started taking a yoga class, a different type of poetry came out, and more spiritual, more connected in with philosophical things going on in society and visions I was having about the future and the past. And so that's my introduction into poetry.
Well, like when you know you fell in love, and of course, love is such a big inspiration for poetry. I know for me, it's love and nature. It's these two things that just keep, you know. But what I want to know is, you know, you made that comment. Oh my gosh, what was flowing through was so amazing. How? What made it amazing for you? How? What was happening when that was coming through? Why did you
I
feel that? Yeah.
Because I probably felt really alive for the first time since I was a child. And, the crazy thing about it, Laura, is when that relationship went the other way, I actually burned every poem. I was so traumatized. And they were really good. I mean, they spanned a long time and they were really good. And I wished I had never burned those. But there
Uh,
was more inside of me to come out that I didn't know about at the time. But yeah, I just felt more alive than I'd ever felt since a child.
I think, I got to stand up last night in person in a family of poets, and I join them now and again for these events. And that's it, isn't it? You feel like you're coming alive, like you're one of the pieces of your true purpose is happening in the moment when poetry moves through you. Like, yeah, I mean, this is big potato stuff to me. Like, this is life. This is it. This is why I love it so much. Okay, I want to know from each of you, Timothy. I'm going to start with you on this one. What's the most important thing you want other people to know about poetry?
Oh my God.
Mm.
um, to take the t to immerse yourself in it. If you never have, or even if you currently are, find different poets, find different avenues. Because for me, what what I read in poetry along my spiritual awakening is what really awoke me. It's like words could touch me inside if they were in a poem, whereas if I was reading them in prose, it didn't go in as deep. So I believe when we're immersing ourselves in poetry, we're really taking things in on a much deeper, more profound level. Um, it's kind of like all the extra words are gone, and it's really, at least for me, when I'm writing poetry, I want every word to count because there's so few of them. And so I want to make every word potent, and I want the rhythm of those words to be potent within the whole framework of the poem.
I love that you're making me think of something for the first time where why poetry hits me differently like that too than sort of normal writing, and it's all the reasons you just said. It's a deeper experience where we're having an experience with the the I was thinking of Norman's dub, like the pace, the rhythm, the very potent words, all the things. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. um all right, Norman, coming to you with that same question, what's that most important thing you want people to know about poetry?
Poetry, it works on all your senses. The depth of poetry, when you get there, it heals your soul. And I'm coming to you from a space where each time I activate poetry, it's because I am going through a healing process. It saved me 1983, going 84 in the second grade. It saved me as a teenager. It is saving me right now. So poetry, it puts you in a realm. where you find a deep sense of healing. It connects you with your core.
Yes. Oh, if I start to talk about, writing as a healing tool, we'll be here for 3 more hours because it's my favorite topic on the planet. But yes, again, at this beautiful event last night, I got to see a woman who I hadn't seen in a few months, and she handed me her new book that she had written, and really just a year ago. So in this span of time, she's been working on this book because she lost her son, her adult son, and she handed me this book, and I was just like, oh, whoa, here's your healing. Like, you did this. Like, oh my gosh, it was such a profound moment for her to hand me that, and knowing what she had been through, and then to have the courage to sit down and go ahead and process that way, but then also process for other people, because storytelling is healing, poetry is healing. Anytime we're out loud with our words, right, we're giving a gift. So I love that, Norman. Okay, so I'm going to give Norman a moment to get his poem ready while I set this up for everybody. You guys, our poets are going to read for you today, and I'm going to make sure that we have Norman all set up here to introduce his poem. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to read. I love listening to you all. So, Norman, if you're ready, you can go ahead and set your poem up and introduce it for us.
I'm ready. At some point in life, we all go through change. We get to that era when a necessary shift is activated. The title of this poem is Shift in Motion. Here's the shift, the gift, the music. Life, the unsinkable ship, floats with notes denoting happiness. Quantum hops on opportunities, hugs on flights of positive self-regard, reaping and reaching reputable ripples. From boredom to boarding bountifully broadened horizons. Smiles are chimes serenading the sunshine. Days dutifully dance and dazzle non-progressive disturbance. Eyes him eye. Hands hoisted. Heart rejoices to vision heightened. The gazebo of hope opens to solve and fuel the mind with deserved reclination. An era serving succulent beatific aura. Gems with undimmable beams of tomorrow. Hill's brow recovering now. Living in a version of an unbothered ocean gives permission to see waves of peace in motion. As scenes cruise through sprues a gate of eminence, imagination awakes a breath of growing paces. Echoes of victory grace the pavilion of joy. Ovation bids welcome to the other side with wealthy supplies. Poem.
Oh, Norman. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, let me get everybody back in here real quick. And Okay, so I love to finish with a little wave, a little snap, a little clap. We can, yeah, there we go, Timothy. Smiles are chimes, waves of peace in motion, reputable ripples. The alliteration alone is turning me on, Norman. Like, you gotta love the alliteration. Beautiful poem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, guys, now you know, right? Now you know why we love this. Timothy,
Every line in there was a poem, Norman,
I
and the
know.
alliteration was just, oh my God.
I know. Some of us are a little bit of alliteration geeks, right? Like we just like, come on, give it to me, give it to me. There was a B one, the letter B. I couldn't write it fast enough. I was trying to write some of those down, but the ones with the B's were awesome. All right. Okay, so let me get this set up for Mr. Timothy next, and we will get it going. Okay, Timothy, are you ready to read your beautiful poem to us?
I am. And this is entitled Never Ever Again. And it's actually in two formats. The first part of it is more in a prose poetic format that most people are familiar with. The second is in a format that came through to me about a year and a half ago, which I call Tesla 369. So it's got 3 syllables in the first line, 6 in the second, and 9 in the third. So never ever again. The I was at birth quickly evaporated into the chaos and clouds of earth. The me I became, I did not know, as the pain of being me slowly did grow. Pain eventually exploding like a fateful match struck, igniting a silent scream louder than a roaring hot rod. I must find the one to whom I pray at night, God, now lost somewhere amidst the daily muck. A silent scream, rocket flames from a soul yearning to remember even a trace of the I was, even a smoldering ember amidst this seemingly bottomless pit, this dark night of the soul, teeming with despair as if sucked into an inescapable black hole. I didn't know my silent, piercing scream spawned a lightning rod shooting up through Earth's chaos and clouds, this dark night of the soul, to reunite me with the I was, the I am, that is God, the I am that for decades through chaos and clouds clawed. The I that I am now sees all life shimmering in and as light, with soft eyes shining bright, ears attuned to an inner divine thunder, a once restless mind empty of all but peace and insight, a heart brimming with bliss, love, and wonder. The I was at birth, I did rediscover. I'm a trip, you're a trip. Why do we take this earthly trip? Why do we leave true home? Many trips, different paths to one end, from mind to body, each step tells tales. Mystery trip itinerary, not even day planner, country known. Soul does know, mind not so. Family, life qualities, a trippy surprise. Rush, we trip, mind lost in future's grasp. Feet tangle, bumble, stumble, hit hard. Brave we be, setting sail on such trip. True teachers few, tricksters that trip many. Mind trip zone, reality blurs fast. Perception twist, heart truth slip through cracks. Kicks we sought, kicks and asses we got. A few sweet kisses too, way too few. Power trip, some rule with a false hand. Strength and control becomes control's trap. Guilt trip placed, weight heavy on the heart. Let intention shine through kindness. Don't trip out. Mind spins. What may come in? Reality warps confused, drift afar. Pleasure's price exacts its toll. Sometimes now, sometimes down the line. No escape. Trip words fast, tongue tangles, mind swirls too. Lost in language, meaning breaks apart. Don't you trip over worry or fear. Life flows best when we let go and flow. Follow heart, do learn, love with each breath. Blessed to find true guru trip guide. Round trip chit, thankfully we were given. Timeless home, here we come. What a trip. Memory, a nostalgic pathway, trips down lanes where time feels still yet gone. I'm a trip, you're a trip, earthly trip, took to learn, never, ever again. And I look forward to sharing more poetry with everyone again and again.
Thank you so much, Timothy. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm getting everybody back in here for your super wave. One moment, one moment. Okay, there we go. Snaps and claps and waves. Oh my gosh, the trip. So, is there a name for when a poet takes a word and does all the meanings of the word? Like that's the other thing that turns me on that you did in yours. Like all the trips. You started in on that line, but it was after the I was piece, which you got me, right? Like you hooked me into that piece. And then all of a sudden we started going on the trip with you. It was awesome. Awesome.
A roaring hot rod. I like that.
I wrote that line down too, mostly because I own one. So, like, you got me with that one line as well. My roaring hot rod. Yes. And
you know, Laura, you happen to the original poem I wrote, okay?
yes.
That was one of the few things I changed, and I changed it because of you.
Oh, thank you.
And your Mustang. That's what I substituted what I had, and I substituted Roaring Hot Rod for what I did have.
I love it. I wrote that line down here as well. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Timothy. Oh, that was super duper awesome. All right, you guys, you know, when poets put the vibration of their voice to the words, it's a different experience. And that's why I wanted both of these poets in the book to read for you today. You're going to have this beautiful gift in the book to read everybody's poems, but there is a different experience when you get to listen to the spoken word and you're hearing the inflection and the passion and the pieces where that poet is pausing. There's some more alliteration for you. I had a coach once say, you know, let a line breathe. And it's just when you get to hear a performance of it, I don't know, I just think it's amazing. So Timothy, Norman, thank you so much for what you do in the world. Thank you for being here to share it with everyone. I am so grateful and honored to have you both in this beautiful book. You guys, this is way more than a book. This is a very generous community. So down in the show notes for both Norman and Timothy, I have their websites. Please go click and go explore. Okay. They have a million amazing things going on. And I hope that you'll go connect with them because the poet authors in this book are there to answer a question, to talk to you about the subject, you know, anything you need. So we hope that you connect with all of our poets. We would love for you to hop over to Amazon and grab your copy of 100 Poems and Possibilities for Healing. This is our volume 3 project. All of our first quarter sales for the project will go toward my nonprofit partner. She's going to get a portion of those royalties, you guys. So your sales really matter for this project. I partnered with the InkWell and Miss Kyan Thomas. Please go listen to her beautiful interview in this series. She has a big mission to help our youth with therapeutic writing programs. And so our missions are just beautifully intertwined. And so your book purchase helps that nonprofit today as well. And hey, you might be a poet. Maybe you are ready to share your brave words in a bigger way. Please connect with us over at bravehealer.com. See how you can be a part of our next poetry collaboration. And lastly, today, everyone, remember your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time. Thanks, guys.